On the Discord server, I got a message and it says, I noticed that I'm always sad and disgusted with myself, and I'm way too overconscious about every flaw, and it hits me very hard. And because of this, all my friends are leaving me and talking behind my back. I feel really alone and would like to change my perception of myself. So, in this video, we're going to talk exactly how to change your negative beliefs and to start thinking more positive. So, for the first thing that you want to do is you want to practice mindfulness. Now, if you're on self improvement, you've definitely heard of mindfulness and how it relates to meditation. So, mindfulness is a skill of being able to stay present. And what that exactly means is if you're sitting at school and the teacher is teaching, and are you present? Are you mindful? Are you focused, or are you in your head saying, "Oh, this is bored. Oh, this is this," or are you thinking about the latest Fortnite update or something like that, or thinking about your friends or something like that? That's not being mindful. But being mindful is when you're in the present moment, right? When you're in the present moment, you're able to take in the information that's being taught to you. If you're present watching this video, if you're mindful watching this video, you get a thought, it comes in your head, and you're like, you know what, that's not really useful right now. Let me refocus back to the video, right? So meditation is the skill that no, meditation is the practice that improves that skill of mindfulness. Okay. Now, before I go into meditation, the reason why you want to be more mindful is because negative thoughts, they come into your brain like automatically, right? It's not like you're not necessarily controlling that. But what you do have control over is how you react to it, okay? So you're just going about your day and then you have a negative thought. I'm not good enough. Now what you could do is you could say, yeah, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't start this YouTube channel. I can't, you know, go to the gym, get these gains. I can't make this business. I'm not good enough for it. I'm not going to apply for this, that, right? But if you get that negative thought and instead you say, hmm, this negative thought, it doesn't really serve me. So I'm just not going to identify with it. And you can actually let it go. That's what people, they don't actually understand that the thoughts that come in your brain are not exactly true. I mean, they're not true at all, really. It's only how you react to them that makes it a reality. Okay. So when you get that thought that's in your head, mindfulness will allow you to capture it, to catch it, right? Before you identify with it. So before, a good example is if you're in class, right? Your friends are probably say, "Oh, I'm bored," right? When you get that thought, "I'm bored," what you can do is say, hold on, this thought "I'm bored" is coming in. If I identify with this and I agree with this, then it's actually going to make my time in school more boring and less enjoyable. So instead, I'm not going to say this is boring. So that's what mindfulness is. And meditation can help with that, because meditation is a practice when you sit down and then you have these thoughts and you practice releasing those thoughts. And when you release those thoughts, you improve that mindfulness skill, and then you're better able to do that in your daily life. So when I started practicing mindfulness, which was about last year, late last year, all of my life improved. My anxiety and a lot of these negative thoughts, they really went away quickly because I was able to notice them so quickly. Like whenever it's tough thinking of an example, but I'm just going about my daily life and something comes in, that negative thought, I'm able to catch it. I'm able to say, aha, wait, I'm not gonna think like that. That's a limiting belief. That just keeps happening throughout my days. And it's really helpful because nowadays I'm just not really thinking negatively at all. I'm able to kind of think more positively. So that goes into our second point, which is thinking positive. And how do we do that? Well, like we said, first you focus on removing those negative thoughts, and now you got to start bringing in those positive thoughts. So positive self talk. Now, last year I was struggling with negative thoughts, and I actually went to my school counselor, and he was telling me that you need to push back. You need to fight back against these negative thoughts. So instead of saying I'm not good enough or I'm a terrible person, you got to start saying I'm a good person. I'm not a terrible person. I'm a good person. And that's yeah, that's really what you got to do. Every time you fail, right? Let's say you have these habits that you set for yourself, and you go on this routine, and then you fall off of your routine. Instead of saying, "Man, I suck," oh man, you get that mindfulness, right? You catch that. You say, "Whoa, I'm getting up in my head," and then you say, "You know what? I failed. You're honest. I actually failed this time, but I'm gonna learn from it, and I'm gonna do better next time. The next time that I, you know." I do this challenge or I build this habit, it's gonna be good. Or I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. Or maybe I wasted half this day and I admit I was being lazy. I was procrastinating all day. But you know what? I still got some time left in the day, and I'm gonna just use that. And then you do that. You know what I mean? And you make some progress. So that's really what it's about. It's about changing your mindset, right? Because we can't expect to be perfect. You know what I mean? So quickly. We have this new habit we want to build. It's not necessarily realistic to think that we can just immediately get onto this new way of life, right? So when you fail, you have to, instead of saying, "Oh no, I failed. Oh no, no, it's not for me. I can't do this." Oh no, no. Instead, you got to be like, "All right, I failed. I'm gonna do better next time." And you keep that mindset. And what's gonna happen is your brain is just gonna say, "You know what? I failed this time, but I'm doing better." You actually like just start to do better because your brain just starts to say to believe that. And when it believes that, it's just gonna do work on its own. You know what I mean? So then next time you come back to it, you're gonna be a little bit better because your brain is like, all right, I'm getting better at this, and your brain's gonna do some work for you throughout the day and make you better. And yeah. So another thing that you can do is you can actually practice the skill of gratitude, and this can kind of help with that. Gratitude is when you say, "I am grateful for this because," right? And I actually have a gratitude journal right here. And every morning, it's illegible. You cannot read this. But every morning, I just write, "I'm grateful for this because," "I'm grateful for this because." And over time, that improves my gratitude skill, just like mindfulness, right? So, gratitude is the skill of appreciating things in your life. So with mindfulness, I learn, okay, now I'll let these negative thoughts go. Gratitude is about bringing those good thoughts back in. You can't really force yourself to be happy, but you can force yourself to be grateful. You can't sit and just look around your room and say, "What am I grateful for?" You can sit and look at your friends and family and say, how am I grateful for my friends and family?" You can look at your failures and say, how am I grateful for this failure? Well, I'm grateful for falling off my habits because I realize, that it's not easy. I'm grateful that I actually tried. I'm grateful that I tried, and I'm grateful that this is something that I'm willing to change because it's my habits are not good and I want to do better. So I'm grateful for being the kind of person who wants to do better, and I'm grateful that I failed because now I can take notes and I can think about what I did wrong and I can try again and do better next time. That's the kind of mindset that you want to have. So think positively, practice gratitude. What I would do is I would get a little journal like I had right over there and just write down three things you're grateful for every morning. And then throughout the day, you're going to start feeling grateful for things. Now, the final thing that you can do to improve your negative thoughts is to start making progress towards your goals. So, obviously, if you're like really struggling on self improvement, you feel like you're kind of worthless. It may be because you haven't really done much with your life. You know what I mean? So, what you want to start doing is you want to start building up that confidence. You know what I mean? Building up your list of achievements. And the way you do that is by setting goals and making progress to achieve them. It's kind of like in the same way that you would play a video game. In a video game, they give you the list of things to do. They tell you go here, go fetch this, go get that stuff done, right? And then you level up in the game and then you get that accomplishment, right? But with real life, if you just play video games all the time, you have no real life achievements and then you don't get confidence. Even though you're achieving things in a video game, it doesn't really matter, right? So you got to start setting goals for yourself instead of like, not having any goals, right? So you say, I want to bulk up 15 pounds. I want to, you know, lose some weight or something like that. I want to start a new club at school, or I want to become more social. You set that goal and then you start making progress towards those goals. Now, how would you do that? Honestly, I would think about what results do you want from your life, right? So just sit down and think about what results do you want from your life, and then you can think about the habits that will get you there, and you can think about the steps it would take to get there, right? So that's kind of how you can set goals. Like for example, so I want to my results I want for my life is I want to be more attractive to people, right? So you want to be more attractive. So how would I do that? Well, I would have to exercise and eat healthy, right? So what's a goal I could set for myself? A goal I could set for myself is I want to gain 10 pounds. So gain 10 pounds of muscle, right? So now, okay, now that I have that goal, now the habits are clear to me. The habits are eating healthy. The habits are eating in a calorie surplus. The habits are going to the gym. The habits are what's it called, getting sleep. You know what I mean? And then you go and do those habits, and then you make that progress towards your goal, and then you say, you know what, wow, I'm actually making a lot of progress. And then you feel good about yourself, and you continue doing that throughout your life. And when you keep hitting those goals that you set for yourself and you keep making progress, you're going to feel amazing. So that's the three things that I recommend to you. One, practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is going to help you locate those negative thoughts and then let them go. Gratitude and positive self-talk, that's going to help you do better next time. It's going to help you get over your failures, and it's going to just make you a happier person throughout the day. And then finally, setting and achieving goals, this is going to build your self-confidence, and it's going to help you out overall. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned it, and I'll see you guys next time.